On October 17, 2024, the skies over Yemen witnessed something extraordinary. Not another routine airstrike. This was different. Under darkness, a weapon rarely seen in combat sliced through the night. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. For the first time in over 7 years, this bat-winged marvel was deployed for a combat mission. Its target, the Houthis' most fortified, deeply buried command centers. The decision marked a major escalation in a conflict threatening global trade through the Red Sea. The B-2's arrival was a message to Yemen, Tehran, and the world. A shift from reactive strikes to overwhelming power. Flying from Missouri, the B-2 was tasked to do what no other aircraft could: penetrate deep, evade defenses, and strike with surgical precision. This mission was more than military. It was a statement of American resolve and technological dominance. To understand why the B-2 was sent, we must look at the bomber itself, the Red Sea crisis, and the tangled web of Middle Eastern rivalries. The B-2 Spirit is a technological masterpiece designed to be invisible. Its unique shape and radar-absorbent coating make it nearly undetectable, earning its ghost reputation. Each B-2 costs about $1 billion, making it the most expensive aircraft ever built. But that price buys the U.S. the ability to strike any target anywhere, without warning. The B-2 is the spearhead of America's Global Strike Command, reserved for only the most critical missions. It can carry up to 40,000 pounds of munitions, including bunker busters for hardened underground targets. With intercontinental range and mid-air refueling, it can reach any point on the globe and return home without landing. This combination of stealth, payload, and range makes the B-2 a weapon of both deterrence and destruction. Its mere existence warns adversaries. Its use, as over Yemen, is a decisive show of power. The B-2 is the ultimate expression of air power, a billion-dollar ghost that strikes and vanishes. The B-2's deployment was the result of nearly a year of escalating Red Sea tensions. Since November 2023, the Houthis had launched relentless attacks on commercial and military vessels, claiming solidarity with Palestinians but disrupting global shipping. The Bab al-Mandeb Strait became a high-risk zone, forcing ships to reroute and driving up costs worldwide. The US and allies initially responded defensively, forming a naval coalition to protect shipping. By January, defensive actions escalated to targeted airstrikes on Houthi launchers and radar sites. Yet, Houthi attacks persisted, growing more sophisticated and brazen. Backed by Iran, the Houthis proved resilient, finding new ways to strike. Ongoing US and UK strikes managed the threat but couldn't eliminate it. Military planners realized a new approach was needed, targeting the Houthis' most protected, deeply buried assets. The B-2 was chosen for its unique ability to reach these untouchable sites. The mission aimed to disrupt the core of the Houthi war machine. It was a calculated move to break the cycle of attacks and restore security to a vital global artery. The stakes had never been higher. By autumn 2024, the Middle East was a tinderbox. Israel's first direct airstrike on Houthi territory pulled the group deeper into the regional shadow war. The cycle of attacks and counterattacks intensified, with the Houthis even targeting US Navy ships. Then, Iran launched a large-scale missile attack on Israel, pushing the region to the brink. The US faced the challenge of deterring adversaries and reassuring allies. Persistent Houthi attacks were now part of a broader Iranian strategy. US officials believed the Houthis' command centers and advanced weapons were hidden in hardened underground bunkers, immune to conventional strikes. To make a real impact, the US needed a weapon that could reach these sites. President Biden's team decided a powerful message was needed. America could strike any target no matter how protected. The goal was to cripple Houthi capabilities and send a clear deterrent signal to Iran. The B-2 was chosen deliberately for its technological superiority and overwhelming force. This was not just about Yemen. It was about redrawing the lines of deterrence in the region. The stakes were global. The mission began at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, home to America's B-2 fleet. Under tight secrecy, bombers and crews prepared for a marathon journey over 7,000 miles to Yemen. The flight required multiple mid-air refuelings, a complex ballet of aircraft in the dark. The targets, 5 deeply buried Houthi facilities near Sana'a and Sada, believed to house command centers and advanced weapons. Destroying these sites was key to disrupting the Houthi campaign. Operational security was absolute. No warning, no announcement until the bombers were safely returning. Surprise was critical, denying the Houthis any chance to move assets or reinforce defenses. The B-2S struck like a bolt from the blue, demonstrating the unique power of stealth. This was global reach in action, America's hand, unseen until the moment of impact. The mission was a masterclass in precision and secrecy. As the B-2S entered Yemeni airspace, they were invisible to enemy radar. After more than half a day airborne, the crews focused on the critical phase weapons delivery. Their targets were precise coordinates, entrances and weak points of underground bunkers. The Pentagon didn't disclose the exact munitions, but analysts believe bunker-busting bombs were used. These weapons are designed to penetrate deep underground before detonating, collapsing even the most fortified structures. The attack was swift and devastating. In a coordinated sequence, the bombers released their payloads with pinpoint accuracy. The strikes destroyed 5 key sites, crippling Houthi infrastructure and command centers. U.S. Central Command reported significant degradation of Houthi capabilities. Civilian casualties were avoided by targeting isolated military facilities and using precision weapons. The mission delivered a powerful blow to Houthi leadership, not the Yemeni people. It was a demonstration of surgical power, massive force, incredible precision. The world took notice. News of the B-2 strikes sent shockwaves across the Middle East. In Washington, officials emphasized America's resolve to protect its interests and allies. The U.S. called the operation necessary and proportional, a warning to the Houthis and Iran. The Houthis responded with defiance, vowing retaliation and framing the strike as an attack on Yemen. Their rhetoric aimed to rally supporters and project strength. U.S. allies in the Gulf quietly approved, seeing the strike as a step to restore deterrence. Others worried the escalation could spark a wider war. Iran condemned the attack but was cautious, wary of direct confrontation. The international community called for de-escalation, highlighting the region's fragility. The strike underscored the seriousness of the crisis and left the world wondering what would come next. The B-2's use in Yemen is a game-changer for several reasons. It neutralized threats once thought untouchable, deeply buried command centers, the nerve of Houthi operations. In a single night, the B-2 rendered these bunkers obsolete, proving there's no hiding from American air power. The mission forced Houthi leaders to rethink their security, creating a powerful deterrent. The psychological impact, knowing an invisible bomber can strike at will, is as significant as the physical damage. The operation was also a direct message to Iran. Sponsoring proxies carries a heavy price. The B-2 showed the U.S. can hold even Iran's strategic assets at risk. The efficiency and surprise of the mission set it apart, no need for a massive campaign or ground forces. The B-2 achieved a major strategic effect in a single surgical strike. This ability to project power with minimal risk rewrites the rules of modern warfare. The B-2 is not just a weapon, it's a shift in the balance of power. Adversaries must now operate with new caution. The rules of the game have changed. The October B-2 strike on Yemen was a pivotal moment in Middle Eastern security. It was a strategic reset, crippling Houthi infrastructure and sending a message from Sana'a to Tehran. The mission reasserted America's technological supremacy and willingness to use overwhelming force. For the Houthis and Iran, it was a stark warning. Even the most protected assets are vulnerable. Yet, the risk of escalation remains. Retaliation could drive the conflict into new, unpredictable territory. The success of the B-2 justifies continued investment in next-generation stealth, ensuring U.S. dominance. Precision and surprise remain the ultimate currency of power. The B-2's flight from Missouri to Yemen was a profound statement of global reach and resolve. Its ghostly silhouette now casts a long shadow over the future of conflict in the Middle East.